Hello and greetings. After much of what you could call trial and error, this, I swear to freaking God, like I was having so much problems with my trying to get this microphone to work. My audio drivers randomly just decided to quit, so I purged those. Damn, that was annoying. That genuinely had me angry. I don't get angry at my stuff like that a lot, but that had me angry. Anyways, I'm here to show you the crazy freaking complexity and insane example of the code you'll see in Gmod mods. The weird thing about this code is that it is a mixture of like the C language, kind of like that format. It's a mixture of that and Lua. I mean, obviously most of it, if you're experienced, you can tell that this is mostly Lua. But you'll have stuff like this in the Lua. And the source engine just knows what it is because it allows that. The source engine allows that. How weird is that? You'll have the not equals right here. Lua doesn't let you do that. But the source engine does. Anyways, this is not my code. I did not make any of this. This is from a Gary's mod and an advisor. Hold on. I'll just show you. This is the code for this thing right here. This is what makes it work. It's 1,088 lines in total. I'm editing it. I don't make Gary's mods, but I do make them fun for myself. That's what I tend to do. I don't know if I should exactly make them or if I'd be good at them, but what I am good at is like going in there and making them do other stuff I want. Like the advisor, it would pick up props. I went in there and made it so that for me it would not only pick up props, but it would swirl them around itself in a tornado. Yeah. It's pretty sick. It's really hard too, getting used to advancedness, because like I don't have the whole environment to see what's going on. I just constantly open and reopen Gmod and do it all from here. I literally use this to edit the code. But yeah, this crap is crazy complex. I mean, honestly, you gotta be pretty darn experienced to know about this. I mean, obviously, after practice, maybe after I'd say maybe like a year or two of doing it, you could probably make stuff like this. But like, you have to admire the dedication. I think some of it is AI, from what I can tell. I think some of it might have been edited by AI. But honestly, seeing all this, can you even blame them? Oh my god. This is crazy. And like, this isn't the only stuff. There's this guy Zippy. He has a whole base for scripted NPCs he made, and it is absolutely insane. And it's popular, and it's really, really, really good and advanced. My bases, though, they aren't for NPCs. They're completely outside of that realm. My bases that I code, they are not of Lua. They are of C#. I'm trying to make Windows apps, but right now I'm out of ideas for what to do for modules. Something interesting. I built a server. I have another one that I converted to a server. But now I'm like, oh crap, what do I do with these? Look at all this crap I freaking made. I commented all over all of these because even I was, with all this strapped module types list crap, I was confusing myself from freaking line 73 to line line 218, I was typing down what I knew was supposed to go there, but not what I knew. You know, I don't know what really any of that did, but I know it's supposed to go there. I know some of it. But like I can code. You get what I'm trying to say. I can code it, but I don't know the code. I guess yeah. Yeah. You get what I'm trying to say. This one isn't as advanced, but I might do something bigger in the future, maybe. Comments yelling at myself down here for mistakes I made in the past. Anyways, that was all I wanted to show off. But yeah, basically what I'm saying is, if you see any Gmod creator that made a mod, you best give them some credit, because like they are at a level of programming intelligence that a lot of people don't reach, I believe. I mean, like, programming apps and systems and stuff is one thing, but like making objects move and function in a 3D world space, that's another thing. I'm not saying one of them is harder than the other. There are cases in which one thing is harder and another thing from the other one is harder. I mean, like, you've got hold on. You've got kernel janitors out here. These guys are what I consider, as a programmer myself, I would consider these Linux kernel janitors as probably the most sovereign minds in all of programming as a whole. Like, out of everyone that codes, these guys are all like Terry Davis level programmers, because programming a Linux kernel yourself is, I'm pretty sure, is, if not one of the top hardest things you can ever do with programming. And they are insanely smart. Hold on. I might be able to find an example of some of it. I swear to God, these guys, I'm pretty sure sometimes they even have to write pure assembly. I'm pretty sure they do that. They are absolutely insane. Like, and don't get me wrong, they're not like, they're older guys, I'd assume, honestly, because like it takes time to get that good. I want to be this good before I get to my like freaking 30s and 40s. I want to be here by like the time I'm maybe 21, 22. That's why I aspire to do so well in this realm. I went from Python to C to Lua to C Sharp and other ones around that. I could probably teach myself C++, but I don't really have a use for it right now. Right now, I'm in C Sharp, but my focus is slowly starting to shift back toward C. So, yep. If anyone has any like freaking suggestions or something for me to do here, that would be amazing. I'm tired of doing the traditional practice coding. I want to do something advanced. I want to do something really cool. This boring C# crap, I'm going to be completely honest, it's not cutting it for me. Now, could I get the Linux server back up and running? I could. Should I practice kernel coding on my own device? No, I should not. Nobody should do that. Yeah, there's a lot I could be doing. I mean, everything. I've got so much on my shoulders. Mastering French and Spanish, teaching myself Farsi and German, teaching myself Spencerian script, because I feel like you should master English before you master another language. I mean, and just getting crazy strong too. I was doing a presentation today in class, and one of my friends talked to me right after I got done. He's like, "You been going to the gym? You're like big as hell, dude." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I totally needed to hear that today. I totally needed to hear that." So yeah, I've really been taking it easy the past few weeks or months, I guess I should say. But I suppose it's time to get actually back into it. And so that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, music too, about that. There's a selection of unreleased tracks that I have not released yet. I don't think it's going to be revolutionary or anything, but I feel like for using FL Studio for like 9 months now, that I'm pretty good for how new I still am at this, because all those other songs were just GarageBand stuff. I sat and made those on my phone. The only songs I have made in FL Studio are Trial and Error and the new one that I just released on the other side. Yeah. Also, I'm working on Interminable Rooms too. Alright, nobody's listening to this. I'm done. Oh my god.